Hello, this is Quentin Brown, and in this tutorial we just want to go through and discuss emails. Probably one of the biggest security risks in small businesses is staff or managers clicking on links in emails that will then infect their computer or steal information. It's really quite simple once you get used to it not to click on these things. Now, I use a program called Gmail, and while it sends emails to me at my Gmail address, I've also linked my business accounts to it. And so anytime I get emails that don't look right, this is how I check them. So let's have a look at this one here. And you can see it was detected in Gmail spam filters, because Gmail's very good at weeding out lots of stuff before you even see it. But what I do is if I hover over the link, don't click on it, just hover your mouse, you'll see down the bottom here the actual link. And it says bizopmail.com. Now, he's not sending it from bizopmail, so that straight away raises question marks. So I'm happy it's in spam, and in fact I might have even sent it there at some time. The other thing we like about Gmail is consumers, when they find viruses or phishing mails, etc., can list them as such, and then that adds them into yours as well. So it's really a community that puts them in spam in the first place. You can see here it's already told me similar messages were used to steal people's personal information. This one doesn't have a link, so it thinks that it's written such a good sales letter that you will copy that and then go and register. Now, if you're not too sure, you can use a service like URL Void. We can check an email, so let's go down and have another look for another one here. Now, this is Jan window replacement, and it's at eastery.rocks. And so what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to just hover my mouse over it, and then I'm going to right click. I'm not going to left click. And I am going to copy this link address. So I haven't clicked it, so nothing's going to happen. I'm just copying the address, and I'm going to URL Void, and I'm just going to paste it in this window. And you can see straight away it's pretty suspicious. So let's submit and see what they say. Okay, so the website has been identified by two scanning engines. Safety reputation 2 out of 30. Here, Bitdefender, I trust what they say, so we'll just see what they say about it. And this one is classified as a phishing. So see, straight away I found out that it's a phishing site trying to get my username and passwords. So just as well it's in spam. Now, if you're not using Gmail, you're probably using a program like Outlook. I use this one here, which is called Mozilla Thunderbird, and I bring all my Gmail into this to back it up, and also if I go offline I can still look back at old emails, etc. And we've still got our spam here exactly the same as we did on Gmail. And we can still do the same sort of thing, go through and check the links, etc. And it shows it down in the bottom here, just like our browser did. If I'm running a desktop client, I always make sure I have to sign into it to get mail. And that's just in the settings, and that way if anybody ever did hack into my computer, they'd never get into my email account. Now, even if you click on an email here that has a malware in it, it's going to do the same sort of damage because it's going to put something on your computer. So if you're using this sort of system, be just as diligent and check the links always down the bottom here. Now remember, these emails may come from a reputable source, so they might come from somebody like ShopperDocket or the government or your child's local school, or they can come from anywhere. So usually if you get something that you would not normally get an email from them, just check it, okay? Anything to do with buying products or giveaways or Government departments are never going to ask you to click on a link, neither are schools. They'll always ask you to contact them some other way or log into your account, but don't follow the link in the email. So just follow some basic rules and you'll be fine. My name's Quentin Brandt. Thank you for watching this short tutorial.
Police say the threat of online ransom has reached staggering levels as tens of thousands of homes and businesses increasingly fall victim. Worse still, experts believe we are decades behind being able to defeat the hackers. Jonathan Lee has been following this story.
Claude Chase is your average, hard-working small businessman, but he, like tens of thousands of Australians, has now fallen victim to online ransom.
It said it was an outstanding traffic infringement, and when we clicked on that box, it downloaded the virus straight into the computer.
The virus is called CryptoLocker. It stems from a dodgy email, allowing a hacker to lock you out of your computer until you pay a ransom. The longer you wait, the higher the price.
And it's been a disaster for us in terms of getting our paperwork back up to an operational stage.
The hack even comes with a help desk and frequently asked questions, explaining how victims should pay up.
And people are embarrassed and they don't want to admit they paid $300 to $500 in extortion to some crook overseas, so they keep it quiet.
Queensland Police believe the virus is reaching plague proportions, estimating around 1,000 people now fall victim each week across Australia. Worse still, they believe we're decades behind defeating the hackers.
We've never been taught about the dangers of the internet. It's been sold to us and extolled the virtues of changing our lives for everything but good. You know what? It changed the lives for a lot of crooks out there for good too.
The virus doesn't just allow hackers to access your files, but also remotely access your computer, opening you to the threat of not just identity theft, but the possibility your most intimate of details could be spread right across the web. Police advise victims not to pay. The best tip: back up your computer to an external source and never open suspicious emails. Jonathan Lee, 10 Eyewitness News.